those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
I'm confident. Thank you.
Folks, credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
Turns out all hell will break out worked. Israel and Hamas reaching a ceasefire deal that'll release hostages over a 6-week period.
In breaking news, Israel and Hamas have reportedly reached a ceasefire agreement that will result in the phased release of hostages over the next 6 weeks. This deal is expected to see 33 hostages freed, with Israel reciprocating by releasing hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. While the agreement is a major development, the credit for its success has sparked a political battle. Former President Donald Trump, who recently made bold remarks about unleashing consequences if the hostages were not returned, claimed credit for the breakthrough. Trump stated, "This epic ceasefire agreement could only have happened because of our historic victory in November." He further criticized the Biden administration, alleging that they wanted to take credit for what he views as his accomplishment.
Prisoners. President-elect Trump celebrating the news on Truth, saying, quote, "This epic ceasefire agreement could have only happened as a result of our historic victory in November." But of course, Joe Biden wants all the credit too, despite Donald Trump getting praised by Arab officials who say Trump did more to free hostages and reach the ceasefire than Biden did all year.
President Joe Biden, however, pushed back. He pointed out that the deal builds on a framework his administration proposed months ago and emphasized the collaborative nature of U.S. foreign policy. Biden remarked, "We got the world to endorse this framework, and I've directed my team to work closely with the incoming administration to maintain consistency." Commentators note that Israel's improved position on the ground has played a significant role in bringing Hamas to the negotiating table. Over the past few months, Israel has intensified its military operations, significantly weakening groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Additionally, analysts suggest the absence of a requirement for Israel to declare an end to the war in this ceasefire agreement gives the country greater flexibility in its long-term strategy. As the debate over credit continues, Fox News commentators have offered varying views. Some argue that Trump's direct and often unconventional negotiating style put pressure on Hamas, expediting the deal. Others highlight the groundwork laid by the Biden administration, emphasizing the importance of a consistent and unified foreign policy approach. While the ceasefire is a step forward, experts caution that the agreement is fragile. Many hostages remain underground in Gaza, and the psychological scars of their captivity will undoubtedly take a toll. Meanwhile, the release of Palestinian prisoners is likely to fuel further tensions in the region. As both administrations vie for recognition, the real focus should remain on the lives impacted by the conflict and the fragile opportunity this ceasefire presents for a more stable Middle East.